Hello, this is Taro Tachibana of Team Status, and I'm coming at you with my individual progress report 2, where I'm going to go over some of my contributions that I made to the project. Now, this is the UML diagram of the actual application, here where we expect the gamer to play the game, and if the gamer kills enemies, they'll win the game and they'll do a happy dance. Otherwise, the enemy kills the gamer and they lose the game and hopefully they'll try again. Now, for the design patterns used, we used the singleton design pattern to ensure that there was only one hero at any time, period. And we use the observer pattern all over the place to have reactions to things that the hero did. Now, for through the key listener, and it shoots the missile. Now, for my next user story, I have as a repurposed flesh small earth enemy, I want to spawn on the right side of the game screen so that I can block the gamer. And as a repurposed flesh small earth enemy, I want to walk towards the left side of the screen so that I can run into the gamer. And as a repurposed flesh small earth enemy, I want to hit the gamer so that I can kill the gamer. Now, this is how it was accomplished. I created a small earth enemy, which is a type of renderable object. And as you can see here, the direction left here ensures that it goes to the left, and the update function here moves its direction, and it has a bounding box here which comes from the renderable object, which can collide here from the renderable object with the hero and cause damage and kill the small earth enemy with this boolean here. And for my next user story, I have as a gamer, I want the game over screen to appear in an easy to see place so that I am immediately notified when I die. And as a gamer, I want the game over screen to allow me to enter my name so that I can be added to the high score list if I qualify. And as a gamer, I want the game over screen to allow me to return to the main menu so that I'm able to view my score or try again. Now, as you can see here, all of this here is the hero, but here I have the player died method, which calls the death screen here, which has all sorts of buttons here. They see the label, the J label here, which takes the user's name and will send them to the high score screen through this method here, and it shows up when they die. And for my next user story, I have as a gamer, I want the game over screen to appear when an enemy brings my health below 0 so that I know my hero died. And my next user story is as a gamer, I want the game over screen to appear when I fall into a pit so that I know my hero died. And as a gamer, I want the game over screen to allow me to restart the current level so that I can attempt to beat the level again. And as a gamer, I want the game over screen to allow me to navigate to the world map so that I can select another level. And as a gamer, I want the game over screen to allow me to navigate to the high score screen so that I can view the high scores. Now, this is basically an extension of the first one. It's an improvement. As you can see here, there's a score here in the hero. Now there's the dead boolean and the health. When the health reaches 0, the player died is called, which calls the death screen. And fall death here is called whenever they fall into a pit. Now here you can see I have these buttons here which were not implemented in the first one but were empty methods, and here this button when pressed sends the user to the main menu, and this button here when pressed sends them to the high score screen, and this one will restart the current level, and this one will take them to the world map. And that should be the end of my video. Thank you for watching.